Millennium The Musical. Story, lyrics and melody by Debbie Lynn Thomas. Music by Mike Loetto. Act 2, Scene 1. Charles and Sue come into the Rogers Lounge.
Oh, will it ever stop raining? Here, let me take your coat, Sue. You're soaked to the skin.
Oh, never mind that. We got it, Charles. We actually got it. I can't believe it. Our own little cottage. And just down the road from Methrow Country Park. Mum will be so thrilled. She loves the countryside and it's such a nice area.
I know. It's great news. And yes, your mum deserves a bit of happiness. It can't be easy for her, with your dad the way he is.
Dad does have his moments, Charles. Not many admitted. But I do remember when I was a child, I must have been about 7. I'd forgotten to take my lunchbox to school with me. And I just realised when my dad suddenly appeared with it. We didn't have a car, and as usual, not much money either. But Dad had walked almost 2 miles to bring it to me, so I wouldn't miss my lunch. And another time, I was being bullied by a boy at school. Dad caught me crying one night, and it all came pouring out. Next day, he went to school, got the kid behind the bike shed, and grabbed him by the throat. I watched as he slightly lifted him off the ground, and I remember seeing his feet flapping about. It looked comical. Dad let the kid down and whacked him across the head, and just before the kid ran off, he whacked him again, pulled the kid up to his face and said, "Upset my Sue again, and you don't want to know what I'll do to you next time." The kid never bothered me again. I know I shouldn't have been, but I felt quite proud my dad would protect me in his own way. I guess it was the way he was raised. My granddad was a bully. He was an hard, ruthless man, and he led my grandma a dog's life. My dad was an only child, as was his dad, so I guess my granddad were his only role model. Oh, look at the time. Come on, we'd better go, or we'll miss the start of the show.
Charles and Sue leave the room. Bill walks into the room, followed by Abby.
I'm bloody starving.
I bet you are. I've been hearing all about your insatiable appetite.
You are? What are you talking about?
How you can't get enough.
I've had out since dinner time.
We all know what that was.
A beer and a packet of salt and vinegar crisps.
And what did you have for afters, I'd like to know?
Fag.
Yes, and we all know what fags come after.
What's up with you? Are you sickening for something?
No, it's you that's sickening. Sick, sick, sick.
Stop pushing me.
For years I've put up with you. Abby, get me fags. Abby, get me lager. Abby, put the lottery on. Cook the meals. Wash the pots. Change the beds. Do the gardening. Clean the house. Stick a broom up your arse and sweep the kitchen floor. Oh, and by the way, don't expect any money or thanks. Well, that's it. I've had enough.
I'm calling Dr. Wallace. You've lost your senses.
On the contrary, darling, I've just come to them.
What's the matter?
I'll tell you what the matter is.
The finding out was easy, it's the knowledge that is hard. Knowing how you've used and teased me, thought you'd play the highest card. Well, you underestimated me, you fool, you thought you'd won. Well, I tell you, friend, the battle's just begun. Well, I tell you, friend, the battle's just begun. Inside out, upside down, and this side of mine is spinning round and round. Inside out, upside down, and I've got no way of knowing if I'm coming or I'm going. Don't know if I'm inside out or upside down. From the arms of an angel through the eyes of a child, in a world that is changing, see me running mile for mile. I've experienced the madness and I won't take any more. Gonna throw away the key and close the door. Gonna throw away the key and close the door. Inside out, upside down, and this side of mine is spinning round and round. Inside out, upside down, and I've got no way of knowing if I'm coming or I'm going. Don't know if I'm inside out or upside down. The road is long heavy wind is blowing in the dust, but the flow of life is steady and the sands of time are just. I apologize for standing here and letting in the rain, but the pounding in my head is back again and again and again. Inside out, upside down, and this head of mine is spinning round and round and round and round. Inside out, upside down, and I've got no way of knowing if I'm coming or I'm going. Don't know if I'm inside out or upside down. I don't know if I'm inside out or upside down. Don't know if I'm inside out or upside down.
Does that mean you're not making me tea?
Get her to make it.
Who? Who?
Abby follows Bill out of the room. Ben walks into the room, leaving the door ajar. He is listening to his personal CD player and is gyrating and singing to the music. His shoelace is undone and he bends over to tie it.
It's coming home. Oh, I don't know why I always feel dizzy when I have to bend down. Flaming shoelace always coming undone. No!
A young girl around Ben's age walks in through the door, chewing gum exaggeratedly. She taps Ben on the shoulder. He jumps and shouts out, turning his CD player off as he faces the girl.
You frightened me to death. Who the hell are you?
Ronnie.
Well, Ronnie, don't you knock before going in people's houses?
I did, but you had that earpiece in your logo.
What do you want?
We've just moved into number 4, and me dad wants to know if he can join your dad's lottery syndicate. Want some?
Suddenly, Ben takes an interest in Ronnie and says,
Thanks.
He puts the gum in his mouth and starts to chew intently. Both chew loudly whilst they weigh each other up. Ben tries to impress Ronnie.
So, your dad wants to join my dad's syndicate?
I just said that, weren't you listening? Have you got a pen?
Here.
Thanks. I'll put it in my pocket for next time I need one.
Here. Isn't it your mum, that jogger?
She's not me mam, she's me stepmam. We're not related at all. Is your dad in or no?
I don't know, I've only just come in. Hang on. Dad! Are you there?
I'm upstairs having a pee.
He's upstairs having a... He's on the bog.
I heard.
It won't be long.
I see you're a red.
Yeah? Do you like football?
Yeah, I've got my own match ticket.
Have you? So have I. What stand are you in?
North Stand Upper.
So am I.
They both chew their gum quickly and excitedly with sexual connotations.
Who's your favourite player?
David Beckham.
So's mine.
Both chew the gum to a crescendo in unison.
I've got a really big whistle. You can blow it if you want.
Yes, please.
Do you fancy a pint?
Yeah, come on then. You can hold me hand if you like.
Yeah. Oh, what about your dad?
He can come his bloody self.
Both leave the room before Bill enters.
Right, I'm here. Where's he gone? It's a bloody madhouse. Suppose I'll have to get my own tea.
Bill goes to the kitchen and comes back with dinner.
Right, bag of crisps, ciggies, can of beer, sorted. Women, who needs them?
Scene 2. The Wintons' Lounge. Later that day, with Annabelle and Caroline.
I wish I hadn't said I would go this weekend now, Caroline.
Why? Don't you think Tim will be able to cope on his own, or are you frightened he might stray?
I wouldn't blame him if he did, to be honest. I've been a right cow lately, Caroline. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've been burning up suddenly for no reason, and I'm giving Tim and his mother such a hard time. I know I am, but everything just seems to irritate me.
Oh dear, and are you having any other symptoms?
What do you mean, symptoms? I'm not ill.
How's your sex life?
That's a bit personal. Well, as you ask, practically non-existent.
And why is that, do you think?
Well, I have been very busy, to be honest. I just lost interest. I put it down to stress, although I'd never admit that to his mother.
Why? Do you usually discuss your sex life with his mother?
No, of course not. And that's something else. I keep saying things I don't mean to say. The words come out wrong. I'm finding it so hard to concentrate. Someone at work can tell me something and it goes straight out of my head 2 minutes later. Seriously, I'm losing it, Caroline. I think I must be getting Alzheimer's or something. Then I get worked up and start to sweat, and I feel myself getting hotter and hotter. And all I want is some air. And then I feel exhausted, and I mean really exhausted. And that's when I get ratty. Sometimes I feel like I can't slow down. My heart starts to beat faster, and I feel myself going quicker and quicker. It's like I'm on self-destruct mode. Like a train that's brakes have failed. You know that any minute it's going to derail.
You are.
What?
It's what's known as the change. You know, the time of life, the menopause. Don't look so shocked.
The menopause? It can't be. I'm only 45. You don't get the menopause till you're 50.
There are no rules. It doesn't work like that. You don't just wake up on your 50th birthday and say, oh, here it is. The menopause. Honestly, Annabelle, for someone so intelligent, you are incredibly naive. You have all the classic symptoms: hot flushes, forgetfulness, aggression. Are you irregular?
Well, I have been going longer in between. I put that down to stress.
Well, now you know what it is, you can do something about it.
Like what?
When you are a child, you do what children do. Bumping into furniture, you're black and blue. Then before you know it, you're in puberty. Doubled up in pain inside a lavatory. When we start to listen is when we should be told the perils of the female sex and what the future holds. And when you reach that certain age, it should be clear to you. So listen very carefully, here's what you should do. When you're feeling under the weather, think you're slowly going insane, and you're at the end of your tether, feels like something sucked out your brain. There must be something, somebody, somewhere, something to save your sanity. 3 little letters spring to mind: H-R-T. Feeling harder under the collar, waking up at 2 and then 3. All you want to do is just holler, what the hell's the matter with me? There must be something, somebody, somewhere. Take this advice I give for free. Get yourself down to Dr. Mardas for H-R-T. H-R-T. 3 little letters making history. When you're getting under the cover, all you want to do is just sleep. Then this randy, amorous lover leaps beside you, couldn't you weep? What happened to the burning desire? Relight the fire, emergency. Don't make yourself ill, just get the pill. H-R-T.
The phone rings and Annabelle picks up the receiver.
Hello, Annabelle Winton. Oh, Tim. But I thought you said you'd be back before I went. Oh, all right then. I'll see you Sunday night. I've got something to tell you. Tim? Tim? Oh, he's breaking up. I'll ring him back.
From the other room, Caroline shouts, "You haven't got time. If we don't go now, we'll miss the train. Come on." Annabelle hesitates but leaves the room to join Caroline. Later that evening, Tim is pouring out a whiskey when the doorbell rings. Abby is stood there, looking stunning. Tim gestures for her to enter.
Hello, Abby. Come in. This is an unexpected pleasure.
I forgot my key and Sue said she'd left a key here for Charles. I've been out with my friend Melinda. I was nearer to your house than mine. I hope you don't mind me just turning up like this.
You can turn up looking like that any time you like. You look great, Abby. Where are you going?
I don't know. Anywhere. Nowhere. I mean...
All dressed up and nowhere to go, eh? Are you all right?
Yes. No. Oh, I'm sorry. If you just give me the key, I'll go.
Hey, you're not going anywhere in that state. I was just pouring myself a whiskey. You want one? Or would you prefer something else?
No, I don't want to take up any more of your time.
Now, time is one thing I've plenty of this weekend.
Where's Annabelle?
Annabelle is, as we speak, bonding.
What?
She's on one of those bonding weekends from work, you know, where a group of people make complete prats of themselves, pretending they can all pull together under pressure, when in reality, most of them can't stand the sight of each other.
Oh, that sounds...
Boring. That's better. Now, what do you want to drink?
I wouldn't mind a glass of red wine if it's not too much trouble.
Nothing's too much trouble for you, Abby. I'll join you.
Tim downs his whiskey, goes out of the room and comes back with a bottle of red wine and 2 large wine glasses.
Make yourself at home.
Abby sits on the settee. Tim opens the wine, pours 2 glasses, sits next to Abby and clinks his glass with Abby's.
Cheers.
Both take a large sip of wine.
Do you want to talk about it?
I just needed to get out. You know how it is. Then again, you probably don't. You know, I really envy Annabelle.
You do? Why?
Gosh, she's got it all, really, hasn't she? All of this. She's clever, has a good job, nice son, a wonderful marriage. She's beautiful, sophisticated, intelligent. In fact, everything I'm not.
Don't run yourself down. You're a warm, caring and compassionate woman. Okay, so you might not be as educated as you would like, but that's not your fault. I think you do very well, given the circumstances. And as for being beautiful, you have a natural beauty, and even better, a beautiful nature. You try to see the best in people. You're loving and kind. And as for sophistication, just take a look at yourself in the mirror. A marriage, well, I hope you won't take this the wrong way, but you and Bill, well, you don't appear to be exactly well suited.
I'd be more upset if you said we were. I met Bill in the 60s. I'd only had one other boyfriend, and he was a dead ringer for John Morse. You know, the Walker Brothers. I idolised the Walker Brothers, so I was well chuffed when Bill asked me out. He was a good catch. Everybody liked him. Probably because he was always giving fags away and buying people drinks, you know, to make himself look macho. My mother warned me not to marry him, but, well, the last person you listen to at 18 is your mother. They're just killjoys trying to spoil things for you. Plus, I was pregnant with our Sue, and it just seemed the right thing to do at the time. Now we just muddle through life the best way we can, struggling, arguing, and trying to make life as bearable as possible. I had such big plans then. It's true what they say. If I had my time again...
And what would you do differently if you had your time again, Abby?
Oh, I'd do a lot of things differently. I wouldn't have got married for a start. I'd have had our Sue and taken it from there. My teachers said I was bright enough to go to college. Not bright enough to take any notice, though. If Mum had only talked to me, told me how important a good education was, and given me the confidence to go for it. Well, who knows? In our neighbourhood, you just left school and went into a factory or a shop. Nobody went to college. How about you? Where did you meet Annabelle?
We met at university. We were in the same year. I never met anyone like her before. She was a real class act. And I was head over heels. Like you, I was brought up on a council estate, only I had an uncle who broke the tradition and did well for himself. He had an engineering company and lived in a mansion. Well, at least I thought he did at the time. Strange how you perceive things as a child, like when you go back to school and all the furniture appears to have shrunk.
Yes, and you feel like Alice in Wonderland.
Well, I don't know about Alice. I say Gulliver.
You were saying about Annabelle?
Yes, all the lads were after her, and for some reason she chose me, most likely out of pity. I was like a fish out of water at first, but Annabelle made me feel 10 feet tall, like I had a right to be there. She gave me confidence and belief in myself. We became inseparable and carried on seeing each other after uni. Marriage was a natural progression, much to her mother's disgust. She made it perfectly clear she thought Annabelle was marrying beneath herself, and to be honest, these past few months I've begun to think she was right. Whatever I do lately is wrong. Just can't seem to please her. When I try to understand her needs, she just brushes me aside. Sometimes I even think she hates me. So you see, my marriage isn't that perfect either.
I didn't have any aspirations of trying to better myself until I moved to the senior school and met Melinda. A bit like you and Annabelle, we were complete opposites, but somehow we just clicked and became inseparable. The first time she invited me back to her house, I thought she must be really rich. I'd never been anywhere like that before. Her mother was so nice and welcoming, and she never swore once all the time I was there. We had salmon, new potatoes and peas with a lovely sauce for tea. I was so impressed. The only fish I'd had before was from the chippy down the road. All the rooms were neat and tidy and gleaming. I spent most of my free time after that at Melinda's. I loved going round there. I saw a completely different way of life, and I wanted it for myself. Then when we left school, Melinda and I went our separate ways and we lost touch. And I met Bill and my dreams were shattered when I became pregnant. And the rest, as they say, is history. I'd love to have someone pay me attention and understand my needs. Just a little respect now and then would do. Is that really too much to ask?
No.
Someone to pamper me for a change.
In that case, I'm at your command, my lady. More wine? What else would Madam like? Have you eaten?
No.
Do you like pizza?
Tim picks up his phone and rings a number.
Hello, yes, can I order 2 pizzas? What kind would you like?
Margarita.
Me too. 2 margaritas, please. Half an hour? Fine, thanks. It's 28 Woodbridge Avenue off Wilmslow Road. You're delivering there already? Great. Half an hour? Super. Now, what else would Madam like? Every whim catered for?
You're so kind, Tim. You're a lovely, lovely man. Annabelle's very lucky.
Pity she doesn't seem to think so.
I'd give anything to have someone like you.
As they both catch each other's eyes, they finish their drinks.
I'll open another bottle.
As Tim leaves to get another bottle of wine, he tweaks his neck.
Ow! Ow!
What's wrong?
I keep getting a pain in my neck every now and then. I think it's probably a bit of tension.
Here, sit down. I'll massage it for you.
Oh, that feels so good.
My mum used to massage my dad's neck like this when he was tense.
So did mine. You've got a lovely touch. Do you do this to Bill?
Abby's grip tightens around Tim's neck when he says the name Bill.
Ow! Oh, hope you don't do that to Bill.
Oh!
What did I say? I seem to be making a habit of upsetting women lately.
It's not you, it's Bill.
What's he done now? He hasn't started playing Thunderball.
No, just playing around.
He started playing golf.
No, playing around with somebody else.
What? Bill having an affair? I don't believe it. To be honest, I had him down as a lot of things, but not as an adulterer.
Well, he is. He's been seen. Over the years, I've put up with him frittering money away, treating me like a skivvy and being ignored.
Oh, Abby, I'm so sorry. I sympathise, I really do. To be honest, that's how I feel most of the time now. Ignored, in the way, a nuisance, surplus to requirements. Everybody needs to be needed.
They kiss passionately. He takes off her top and she removes his. Moments later, they stop to reflect on what's just happened.
All I needed in life was understanding.
All I needed in life was love.
Can love really die in the blink of an eye?
Or has my life just begun? Listen very carefully, and you'll hear the thunder and rain. If you hold on very tightly to me, maybe we'll squeeze out the pain.
All I needed was just some reassurance.
If you'd only just listen to me.
Was it too much to ask?
Was it too great a task?
Were we ever meant to be? Listen to the rhythm of life as your heart and mine beat as one. As our lips are touching this last drop of wine, will we finish what we have begun? All I needed from life was understanding.
All I needed from life was love.
Can love really die in the blink of an eye? Or has my life just just begun.
Voice cast: Debbie Lynn Thomas as Abby, Dolly and Sil. Jane Hall as Annabelle and Mo. Dominic Lowe as Ben and Tim. Patrick Mackenzie as Bill, Charles and Jason. Gabby Boswell as Caroline and Ronnie. Denise Eade as Bernie. Katie Rose McQuillan as Sue. Harriet Elizabeth as the narrator.